Welcome, sweet yogis, to a 25-minute yoga practice. I'm Christa and will be your guide today. To begin, find an easy pose or a comfortable seated position on your mat with your right leg in front of your left. Find your sitting bones and bring your hands to heart center as we connect to our spiritual nature through Om. Inhale, Om. Bring your hands to your knees for Sufi grinds, bringing your torso forward and circling to the right. Bring it all the way back and around to the left, continuing this motion, making circles over your pelvis, circling your spine. Inhaling as you circle forward across the knees and exhaling as you rotate back. Feeling your entire upper body open up, stretching, relaxing, and releasing tension, providing a mental, emotional, and energetic reset before we get started. Breathing in and out through your nose. Begin walking your hands forward and fold over your body, stopping wherever's comfortable for you in this moment. If you can bring your forehead down to rest on the earth with your arms bent in Namaste above your head, considering your intention. Begin to walk yourself back up. Bring your right arm behind you and then your left, and press your hips forward as you stretch your hip flexors. Breathing deeply. Release down with care, coming into a gentle twist. Bring your left arm to your right knee with your right arm behind you for support. With a nice long spine, twisting it out, breathing deeply. Let's switch sides. Bring your left leg in front of your right. For Sufi grinds, bringing your body forward, going to the left this time. Inhaling as you circle forward and exhaling as you rotate back and around. Your internal organs are getting a great massage, continuing this motion, breathing deeply in and out through your nose, cleansing and refreshing your system. Walk your hands forward and fold over your body, bringing your forehead to rest on the earth if you can, or wherever else is comfortable. If your forehead's on the earth, it's a nice way to charge your third eye and vision for today. Bend your arms in Namaste Mudra over your head, going inward, breathing in and out through your nose. Come to sit up, bring your left arm back behind you and then your right. Press your hips forward as you stretch your hips up and out, stretching your hip flexors, breathing deeply. Release down, coming into a twist, bringing your right arm to your left knee with your left arm behind you for support, wringing out your spine, sitting up tall. Come to your hands and knees and align your shoulders over your wrists and begin hovering your knees over the ground. And dip them down and back up. Bring them down and back up. Dip down, bring your knees out 30 degrees wider, lifting them down and back up, down and back up, down. Then bring your knees to the edge of your mat and go down for 2, down for 1, come back in 30 degrees, go down for 3, down for 2, down for 1. Come back to the starting position, going down and back up, down and back up. Now bring your knees down, rest down, tuck your toes, and come into extended puppy pose by walking your hands out in front of you, keeping your hips where they are, melting your chest towards the floor, and wiggling slightly if that feels nice to you. You can even lift your feet, your toes off the ground and rock on your knees from side to side. hugging your ribs in to support your spine, engaging your core, keeping your arms active and breathing deeply here. Curl your toes under, readjust as needed. And then round your spine and curl your body forward. Place your arms down for support and allow the top of your head to make contact with the earth. Feeling a deep stretch in your spine, you can stay here or reach back and grab your heels. Feel a nice long stretch all the way in your lower back. Breathe deeply here. Now come to sit on your heels. You can opt to stretch your toes, then bring your right arm out in front of you and use your left to stretch your fingers back towards you, grabbing all of them, including your thumb, and stretch back towards you. You can even rotate your neck one way and circle your neck the other way. Then flip your palm so it faces down and still pull your fingers and palm towards you, feeling a nice stretch in your wrist. Switch arms, bring your left arm out, stretching your fingers back towards you. Taking neck circles one way and neck circles the other way. Now flip your palm, facing it down, continuing to stretch while you rotate your neck one way and the other. Now come to all fours and then press back into downward facing dog. Come up onto your tippy toes, straightening out your spine, and then slowly lower your heels, yearning them down towards the ground. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and breathe deeply. Your gaze can be at your toes or your navel. Bring your right leg to cross behind your left foot. Press back and stretch here, breathing into any tight areas. Now bend at your right knee, bringing the right knee to the back of the left knee for flamingo pose. Stretching here for a moment. Bring your right leg into your belly as you come forward into plank, and then thread the left leg through, sliding it in and resting it down. Keep it there as you press back into downward facing dog. Your right leg is threaded through, feeling the stretch. Breathe deeply. Now press forward into plank as you drop your right hip to the ground, and then press back and up into downward dog. Coming and doing it again, lowering your right hip down to the ground, then pressing back into down dog, bringing it forward and bringing your hip lowering down to the ground and coming back up, and step back into your downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high to the sky, lifting as high as you'd like, stretching here. You can lift it a little higher. And then slowly bring it into your chest and step into your beautiful high crescent lunge. Staying on the ball of your back foot, bring your arms by the side as they swoop up with your body and bring them up over your head into your high crescent lunge. Sink on down. Squeeze the back thigh muscles, trying to square your hips, lifting up from your pelvic floor. Interlace your fingers behind your back and fold forward, lifting up from your core, engaging your legs, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Next is half moon pose. To get there, press off your right leg with your weight and your right leg, bringing your right arm to the ground in front of you for support. Your left leg is going to lift up and back towards the sky, parallel or higher, and begin rotating your chest. You can point or flex your foot. Slowly and carefully step back into Warrior Two, readjusting as needed, bending your right knee over your ankle. Stretch your arms out to either side, pressing your tailbone down, and look out over your right fingers. Now bring your right forearm to your right quad, stretching your left arm over your head, framing your face for a nice long side body stretch. Stay here or extend the right arm to the ground for a deeper stretch going behind your right leg. You can even flatten your palm down if possible. Stay here or take a bind, bringing your right arm, weaving it under your thigh with your left arm behind you to clasp. Rotate your chest and gaze upwards. Gently release, placing both arms to frame your foot. Step back back into your high plank. Engage your core as you slowly lower down to chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing dog, drawing your shoulders down, arching back, and press back into downward facing dog. Come onto your tiptoes, stretch your spine, lower your heels down to the mat. Bring your left leg to cross behind your right foot, press back and stretch here, breathing into any tight areas. Now bend at your left knee, bringing the left knee to the back of the right for flamingo pose. Breathing here. Bring your left leg into your belly as you come forward into plank, and then thread it through, resting it down, keeping it there, and then press back into your downward dog with your left leg threaded through. Feeling the stretch, breathing deeply. Now press forward into plank as you drop your left hip down towards the ground, dip your hip, and press back into downward dog. Then lower and dip the hip, and press it back up. Then lower back down for a dip, and press back up. Engage your core and step back into downward facing dog, lifting your left leg high to the sky. Lift your leg as high as you'd like, stretching here. And then slowly curl your leg into your chest and step it down into your high crescent lunge, staying on the ball of your back foot. Bring your arms by your side and swoop up with you. Bring your arms over your head into your high crescent, sinking on down, squeezing your legs, squaring your hips, drawing your core into your spine and breathing. Now interlace your fingers behind your back and fold forward, lifting up your core, engaged in your legs, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Coming next into half moon, pressing off your left leg with your weight in your left leg, bringing your left arm down to the ground for support, and your right leg lifts back up towards the sky behind you, trying to be parallel or maybe a little higher. Begin rotating your chest open with a pointed or flexed toe. Carefully step back into Warrior Two, readjusting as needed. Exhale, bending your left knee over your ankle, stretching your arms out to the side, gazing out over the left fingers. Bring your left forearm to your left quad. Stretch your right arm over your head, framing your face for a nice long side body stretch. You can stay here breathing deeply or begin extending the left arm down beside you. You can stay here or take that bind, bringing your left arm, weaving it under the left thigh. The right arm comes behind to clasp. Rotate your chest and gaze upwards. Gently release by placing both of your arms to frame your foot. Step back into your plank. Engage your core. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Maybe sway a little here. Drawing your shoulders down before you press back into downward facing dog. From down dog, take a twist, bringing your right arm to your left ankle. Rotating your chest. Breathing here. Now take it to the other side, left arm to the right ankle, rotating your chest and breathing deeply. Come back to downward dog, lift your right leg high to the sky and bend your knee for a nice hip stretch, opening up your pelvis, gazing under your arm at your right heel, trying to keep square shoulders. Stay here or come into wild thing, flipping your dog, bringing that right foot down to the ground and the right arm to come up and over your head, draping down with your hip flexors pointing up. Then find your way back to downward facing dog, and we'll do it on the other side, lifting your left leg high to the sky, bending your knees, gazing under the arm at the left heel. Stay here or come into wild thing, flipping the dog, bringing the left leg down and the left arm up and over, draping with your hip flexors pointing up in a mini back bend. Coming back to downward facing dog. You can walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale to find a flat back. Exhale to fold into yourself. Sit back into Utkatasana, sitting back into your hips, into chair pose with your arms above your head. And then exhale, release your arms, bring the weight into your left foot, bring your right ankle to your knee and sit back into your chair. Bring your hands into a Namaste position. Breathing here, feeling the stretch in your hip, then release and bring your left ankle to your right knee, sitting back into chair with your ankle to knee, hands into Namaste. Release gently and we'll come to find a nice standing posture for tree pose. Place the weight into your left leg for tree pose. Lift your right leg up and bring it into your left thigh, calf, or ankle, bringing your hands to heart center. You can stay here, engage in your core, or you can come into half lotus, bringing your right foot to your pelvis, pointing your knee downward. Stay here, or bring your right arm around your waist to bind, grabbing your foot. You can stay here or go further by bringing your left arm up to the sky. And if all is a go, then slowly fold forward over yourself, bringing your left arm to the ground for support with your sit bones shining up towards the sky, folding into yourself. Carefully extend back up. When you're ready, release the bind, pause, have a moment, and then release your leg down, wiggle it out, release your legs, and we'll do it on the other side. Now putting your weight into your right leg, coming into tree pose, pausing for a moment with your hands at heart center. You feel free to stay here, or you can find your half lotus, bringing your left foot to your pelvis, pointing your knee downward, staying here, or you can bring your left arm around to bind, grabbing your foot. If you'd like to go further, bring your arm up to the sky, slowly folding forward and then grabbing the ground for support, folding into yourself, breathing deeply. Slowly extending back up when you're ready. Pausing before you come out of it and releasing with care. Step wide to find goddess pose or your ballet second, or the wide-legged stance. Feet point out, sink down low and bring your hands to heart center. Breathe deeply here. Stay here, or begin lifting one heel off the ground and then lift the other heel off the ground, coming to balance on the balls of your feet. Inhale your arms above your head. Pinkies and thumbs touch as you make a lotus crown. Engage your core, lift up from the pelvic floor. Use your strong legs and press your legs up straight. You're still on your tippy toes. And then release your arms and heels down to the ground. Adjust your feet forward and come into a wide-legged forward fold. Your upper body yearns down to the ground. Both of your hands come to the mat for support, and eventually your head will be between your hands and rest on the mat. Otherwise, just fold wherever's comfortable. Then begin walking your hands forward, and then come back. Sit down on your bum, extend your legs long for a seated wide-legged forward fold. Walking your hand forwards and resting wherever's comfortable. Or if you're up for it, you can grab the outer edges of your feet and slowly fold forward, resting your chin down on the mat. Breathing here. Slowly coming back up and bringing your legs into butterfly pose, reaching your hands towards your feet, sitting up nice and tall, lift up your chest, draw your shoulders down, ground down through your sit bones and rub your feet. It's a nice form of self-love. You can also take a few neck circles to release any tension, going one way and then the other, continuing to rub your feet, relaxing and letting go of any unnecessary tension. Fold your knees together and come to lay down on your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Begin rocking your knees side to side. Begin rocking your neck side to side, releasing any tension. Come into happy baby. Draw your knees closer to your chest. Grab your feet or your ankles, flex your feet, gently pull them down with your hands, press your shoulders and your back into the mat, releasing down. Slowly come out of it and come into bridge pose with your palms on either side of the mat as you lift your hips towards the sky with a nice long neck. Lift one arm up, raise it behind you, then bring it down as the other arm raises up, switching arms back and forth as your shoulder blades draw down and you begin to massage your scapulas with the weight of your body, trying to go nice and slow. Bring both arms to center and release them both down. And then begin slowly tucking and tilting your pelvis towards the ground, lowering down one vertebra at a time. Coming to your final resting pose, Shavasana. Extending your legs out long with your arms by your sides and your palms facing out. Here's a nice quote. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you, and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant. Just for now, by Dana Faulds. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Rolling over onto your right side, take a big deep breath. And press up into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands down to rest on your knees with your thumb and first finger connecting. Inhale as big as you can. And hold. And exhale, release fully. Inhale as large as you can. Hold at the top. And exhale fully. Inhale as large as you can. Holding at the top. And exhale completely. Inhale as large as you can. Hold at the top. And exhale when you're ready. Last time, inhale as large as you can and hold for as long as you can. And when you're ready, release and feel the energy. Sit with it for a moment. Bring your hands to your third eye to have pure, positive thoughts. Bring them down to your heart center as we take Om. Inhale. Om. close to your third eye, bow forward. Namaste. The spirit within me honors the spirit within you. Thanks for letting me be your guide in yoga today. Blessings on your path. If you liked this practice, please give it a thumbs up, comment below, and share with others. You can find more videos in the Yoga with Christa playlist for free on YouTube, plus more videos on my premium site at artisticvegan.vhx.tv. Until next time, namaste, my sweet friends.